Okay, we're going to be doing our basic skill builder workout today. This is a perfect workout routine to be doing at home. You just need a pad on the floor or a good thick rug, and doesn't take up much space. You don't even have to go all the way up to the handstand, and you'll be working all of the skill elements that are in your skills. So this is a great way to perfect all of these elements that are in your skills that need to have straight legs and head arm alignment, and also it can help you maintain your tumbling strength by doing this. And you don't need much area, you just need one mat, just one spot. We're going to do this all in one spot. So, but what you do want to do is concentrate on doing all the positions as perfectly as you can. And make sure your legs are as straight as you can make them. When those legs come off the ground, you want those legs straight. So, all right. So foot lunge is going to be demonstrating today for us, and we're going to start by warming the body up, get the blood flowing a little bit. We're going to start with knee lunges. So we turn sideways, and one foot in front of the other. We're going to be doing our knee lunges. You want to touch that knee on the floor. Go ahead and go. Do your chin right here, down and up. If you don't want to bang that knee on the floor, you're going to land softly on it. So another reason why you want to have a nice pad here, so if your muscles do get a little bit weak or something happens, if you hit too hard, you don't bruise that knee right there. So this is really important for your tumbling, having strong legs, being able to get into a deep lunge and hold your body weight on the other side. So make sure you work both legs. Got to have equal amount of strength on both sides. In fact, that's something that's very important throughout this whole workout, is that we work both sides. We want to balance the muscles out in the body, especially like with leg lifts, bridge leg lifts. You don't want to have one side strong, one side weak. It's going to create an imbalance, start twisting the body. So, all right, we're going to get 10 of those on each leg, and then we're going to move to what we call the straddle pike body push-up. So if you would start facing toward the camera, straddle so you can see the legs in the straddle. We're going to put the hands on the ground out in front of the shoulders, so a little bit further out in front. And you want your head between your arms. We're going to bend our arms, touch your head on the floor right between your hands, and push back up. Good, head down. So make sure your hands stay right up under your shoulders. Don't let your hands get wide on this. You want those hands right up under the shoulders. We're going to touch that head down. We're going to do 10 of these, and she's going to do 5 this way. Now turn sideways so they can see the other 5. Face toward me, straddle. So that way you can see how her hands are out in front of her shoulders. A little bit further. There, like that. So down and back up. You're actually kind of going forward and pushing backwards on these. Down, touch them. Make sure your head's touching right between your hands. Down and back up. All right. Now we're going to work through our stomach right here. Let's lay down on your back. We're going to do our hip lifts. So you're laying flat on your back, your legs are bent, your feet are up off the floor. So what you're going to do is take your knees and push them straight up to the ceiling. Good. So we're just lifting the hips up off the floor. You want to keep your shoulder blades on the ground, the middle of your back on the ground. Go ahead and just the hips come up. There we go, right there. We're going to do 10 of these. So this is, in tumbling, is what we call tucking your hips under. These are the muscles you need to be using and the shape your body going. Don't go too high. So you just want your hips to come up. You can do these maybe even a little bit quicker, so that way you don't go too high. Good. So 10 of these we're going to do. Lay down flat on your back, and we're going to work on round in the back. So bend those legs, arms on those ears, feet down flat. Now we're going to lift your shoulders up. So we're going to do shoulder lifts, back down. So same thing, keep your lower back on the ground. You're just going to lift up to the middle of the back, back down. You just lifting your shoulders and your shoulder blades up. We'll be doing 10 of these. Again, for good body shape, and make sure you keep your arms on your ears. Keep on going. Up and down. So this is working your abdominal muscles. What we remember in Tumble is what we call rounding your back. We'll be using these muscles to round your back. Get it right there, strengthen those muscles up. Now we're going to lay on your stomach, so just flip over. And we're going to do an alternate arm and leg lift. So you're lifting one arm up and one leg, but you're doing the opposite. So there we go. So then she's going to lift her left arm and right leg. So right arm and left leg. Keep going up and down. So make sure you keep that arm straight. We're going to do 20 of these. That'll be 10 on each side total. Up. Good. And once you get it going, see if you can speed it up. At first you got to go slow to kind of coordinate the movement, but then we're going to work on going a little bit faster. Remember, legs straight and arms straight. Lift your arms straight up, don't lift your arms to the side. Make sure your arms are going straight up and down, just like that. All right, now we're going to sit in a straddle. I want you to sit in a straddle facing to the middle. So she's going to start reaching to the middle to loosen those legs up. We're going to be doing our 30-second stretches here. So Remember, as far as being able to keep your legs straight, again, your flexibility is going to be key to that. So as you're doing this, you want to stretch, you want to just relax and let those muscles just loosen up. So for a 30-second stretch, you're probably going to be able to start in one position, and after about 15, 20 seconds, like it's been right now, you may find that you can go just a little bit lower into a second level. So that's really good. So then we're going to do 30 seconds on the right leg. Reach over here. You can grab your ankle, or you can grab the bottom of your foot. And again, what you want to do is pull. You're trying to get your chin down on your shin is what you're going for with that. But you may be where you're starting with your head on your knee. If that's where you start, keep it there, stretch it. And then after 15 or 20 seconds, you're going to try to go a little bit lower so you can get your nose on your knee. So if you start with your nose, try to get your chin on your knee. If you start with your chin on your knee, try to get your chin on your shin. But let's go to this side over here, do a 30-second stretch over here. Hopefully you're doing this with us. All right, put that, she's got her head down here stretching. And again, on any of these positions, if you find you're a little bit weak in one, then that shows you where you need to spend a little extra time working on that skill. So here it might be, maybe your one leg's tighter than the other, so you need to work that leg, stretch it a little bit more. It may be a leg lifting drill where you're not as strong on that side. So now we're going to lay down on our back after we've done our 30-second stretches. We're going to do a bridge stretch. So we'll lay down and bridge up. Once your feet together, you're going to pull those heels all the way into your hips and push and get those shoulders over your hands. We're going for a leg straight, feet flat on the floor. And same thing here. You want your hands shoulder width. You don't want your hands wide. Now, if you get tired, you can relax a little bit, bend your knees, and then push again. Push. Do that stretch. Do a second stretch. That's really good. This is a hard stretch to do. You're using a lot of muscles. Push that head through too. Now come on down. Grab your knees. Now we're going to rock back and forth. Grab your knees and pull. Once you stretch your back in the arch, you want to grab those knees, pull on those legs, stretch your back and around to kind of help loosen up those muscles. So let's do our pike stretch now. Both legs straight. We're going to reach down. It's good to start grabbing your ankles. Reach up under grab and put those elbows on the ground. You hold on to your ankles and put your elbows down. You're going to have a lot better hold. You're going to be able to hold it and stretch. Again, if it just gets too uncomfortable, you kind of let up a little bit and then go back down and then try to hold it. So, but that's going to be the key to loosening these muscles up, is staying in that stretch and holding it. All right, let's lay down and do our jumping bridges now. We're going to bridge up. The same thing, make sure your arms are straight, your shoulders are over your hands. This is a good one to have a pad for. You can also put a pillow under your back, so if your feet slide out, you land on the pillow. So let's jump with our legs, jump. There we go, bend those legs and jump. Push those legs straight, keep those shoulders over those hands, arms good and straight, jumping up. You want to bend your legs and do one jump for each bend. We're going to do 10 of these. In, up and down, just like that, very good. Now we're going to grab your knees right back and forth again. Again, if you're just doing bridges, your muscles can cramp up. So we want to stretch them the other way to loosen them after we use them. And it's also really good to do your pike stretch with your bridge stretch, because loosening up the back helps you do a lower pike stretch. Okay, do your pike stretch again. See if you can grab your heels. Can you grab the bottom of your feet? Yeah, that's a really good one right there if you can grab the bottom of the feet. So, yeah, just keep your arms straight. If you can grab the bottom of your feet, that might be all you can do. So you might try to hold that right there. Stretch, stretch, stretch. This is good hard work, but working your flexibility, getting your body loose is going to really pay off in being able to hit the right positions. If you've got a flexibility problem, you're going to have that problem in every single skill. You're not going to be able to fix it if you loosen that up. So with that, we're going to stand up, kind of shake your hands out a little bit, loosen them up, stretch them around, and then we're going to get into our split stretches. So again, we want to be doing these for 30 seconds. So let's start with a right leg split. Again, you want to make sure that the top of the knees on the ground, the top of the shoes on the ground. You're going to be sitting up straight. Yeah, if you're all the way down like Brooklyn is, you want to start sitting up straight, get your body all the way up. So you want to be able to do your split like this really before you go on to your over splits. But if you're close, doing the over splits can also help too. If you got your foot up higher, if you got your front foot up high on an over split, it's going to be really concentrating on that front leg stretch. If you get your back knee up high, it's going to be really working on the hip, top of the quadricep there. All right. So now let's go to our other split. About 30 seconds there. Again, we need to go ahead and go to your left leg split. I'm gonna face this way on it. So, all right, she's on the other leg. Again, it's extremely important to work both sides. You know, some people will think, well, I only need my splits on one side, or your back walkover. But you remember when you're doing a cartwheel, you're going to be starting with one leg, go through the center split, and then land on the opposite leg. So if you only work your good leg, your cartwheel is going to start out great with straight legs. And then when you turn and step down with the opposite leg, and those muscles are all tight, then those legs are going to bend. So it's going to be weak on that side. So we want to balance everything out, be equally strong on all sides. Okay, let's go to our center split stretch. Now start on your heels with your toes pointing out. Yeah, make sure that you're on your heels, toes up. You don't want those toes to go down. Get up on top of your hands. You don't want to be sitting down like this. Can you push up a little bit higher up on your arms? It's good to start up high like this, so you got those toes up. So you want to be careful if those toes go down. We don't want the stretch to be in the knee. We want that stretch to be in the muscle. Now there is another way to do this stretch if you're all the way down going forward like this. We'll cover that at another time. But for now, just work on heels and toes up. Get that stretch for 30 seconds. Get that stretch in there. Loosen those muscles up. Again, this is going to be probably the most important thing as far as being able to keep your legs straight when we're doing our leg lifts. So right now we're going to get into our candlestick position. So I want you to lay down and come up. I'm going to show you what that is. We're going to push up. Get those legs straight. You can have your arms down flat like this. You can bend your arms and put your hands on your lower back. Kind of hold your back up just like that. Hold those toes, legs straight. There we go. Okay, now roll down. We're going to lay on our back. We're going to start in a back roll. Let's stand up. Let's roll and stand all the way up because this is the combination we're going to use. So let's do a front bridge. What we're going to do is we're going to rock it forward and backwards. Your shoulders are going to go forward and backwards. Forward, backwards, forward, and backwards. We're going to do this 10 times. Just to show you how much range of motion you have there. But in all the other positions, what we're going to do is we're going to be pushing our shoulders back and holding. You do that, push your shoulders back, your head back. So we're going to be holding this position every time we're using this front bridge. Do not want those shoulders to go forward. So, okay, let's lay down on your back in your back bridge and bridge up. So we're going to do our rocking bridge here. Bridge up, roll. Bend your legs, straighten your legs, bend your legs, straighten your legs. There we go. Nice, good rocking bridge. This is going backwards, that's forward. Backwards and forward. As you're going forward, you want to be putting the weight on your legs. If you're going backwards, you want to be pushing your head and shoulders back. This is important for your kick over. You have to be able to push those head and shoulders back. You have to be able to shift your weight on your legs in order to stand up with your front walk. Go ahead and lay down. Grab your knees right back and forth. So after our bridge, we'll be doing that. You might need to shake your hands out. Let's do our candlestick now. Now we're going to do the candlestick, stretch out. This is good for stretching out your neck and your shoulders also. But it's also the body position we want to train for our handstand. So let's roll forward and stand up. Just get back just a little bit. We're going to do our front bridge. We're going to push our head and shoulders back and do our leg lift and hold. We're going to lift it up. We're going to hold this for 8 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's do the other side. Look at your count. So make sure you go all the way for the full split. Get this leg straight, stretch up. Make sure your hips stay straight. Don't let those hips twist. Straighten those hips up. There we go. Got a little bit of twist there. Okay, now let's do that in our back bridge. Go ahead and lay down on your back. Bridge up. We're going to do the leg lift and hold. Again, get that leg nice and straight. So shoulders over your hands so we keep the pressure off the wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put that leg down low and lay down. And let's shake your hands out. Some of y'all might need to rest in between sets, loosen your hands up. So let's lay down and do it again. Let's do the other leg. The bridge is hard to hold, so you might need, some of y'all can just lift right up and hold it, and that'd be fine too. Lift your leg up, leg straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, come on down, grab your knees right back and forth, shake those hands out. And now we're going to do our candlestick again. Candlestick, point those toes, stretch it up. Good, then we're going to roll forward, stand up. All right, now we're going to go to the front bridge again. We're going to do our leg lifts. We're going to do 8 leg lifts. Make sure you push your head and shoulders back. You want to hold those shoulders here while you lift this leg up down. 8 times. Toe all the way down the ground, all the way up. Go to the full split. Keep those hips straight. Push your shoulders back. You go up and down. Yeah, kick it up there. There's some good kick. Keep those hips straight. Yeah, make sure your hips are straight and your kick goes straight. We don't want the kick to be going crooked. Now the other leg, we're going to do 8 on the other leg. Yeah, hips nice and straight, push those shoulders back. Good, we want to have an equally good kick on both sides. So you may find one side might be weaker than the other, so spend a little extra time on that. Get that kick better. Okay, let's lay down on your back. And we'll do that in our back bridges. So keep your legs straight. You want your toe to touch the ground all the way up to the split. So bridge up and 8 leg lifts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Go ahead and lay down, shake your hands out. You need to rest them. Wrist circles, loosen them up, and let's do the other leg. So we're only doing 8 because if we do fewer numbers, we can go for better quality. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Finish that 8. So if you feel weak, you might only do 5. Where that after you do 5, it starts looking ugly. Just go ahead and just rest at 5. Work, build your strength up until you can do 8. So rock back and forth, pull on those legs, real tight. Now we're gonna do our candlestick again. Candlestick up. Stretch those toes up. Point those toes. Good. Then we're gonna roll forward and stand up. We're gonna do our front bridge. And now we're gonna work our kick and jump. So really important here to push those shoulders back. Do not let those shoulders go forward. Kick and jump. Let's do 5 on each side. So kick and jump. Yeah, get more push. There you go. Bend that leg and push. Kick. There we go. Now you're getting a better push. Kick and jump. And now we're going to do the other side. Yeah, don't kick the leg over. Just kick the leg up. Kick. Get the leg straight, nice and straight. Do as big a split as you can. Concentrate on doing as big a split as you can when you're doing that. So now we're going to try that in our back bridge. We're going to lay down. Again, if you're having trouble with the kick and jump in the back bridge, just stay with the leg lifts right now. Ryan, we're going to go for 5 kick and jumps. So you got to kick with one leg, jump. Good. Work as big a split as you can. Again, don't push it over. Work on straight legs. Get those legs straight. Work on quality. Don't let your body be loose. Keep your back straight. All right, she's going right to the other leg without rest and kick. There you go. 4 and 5. There we go. Good. All right. Grab your knees, rock back and forth, real tight. Rock it. So let's go ahead and do a pike stretch real quick. This will kind of stretch your back out some too. Kind of get that loosened up right there. All righty then. And we're going to give our legs a little bit of a rest. And we're going to do a rocking bridge and add some arm push to it. So let's do our candlestick first. Kind of stretch our back out in our neck. Point those toes. Yeah, work that tight body. Squeeze. Those forward, stand it up. Now we're going to go right to our front bridge. And we're going to get it rocking, and we're going to start pushing with those arms. So push with those arms so your hands come off the ground. Bend your arms up, push. There you go. Bend those arms and push. So make sure you keep your head down, push. Try with your hands even a little bit closer to your feet. Push. Yeah, right there. Bend those arms and push. There. Now she's getting more weight on her legs. Push. Let's do 10 of these. Good. Make sure you're pushing all the way through your fingers. Head down, push. Yeah, don't be pulling your head up. Keep that head down. All right. So now we're going to do that in our back bridge, but work on concentrate on keeping our fingertips on the ground. I want your arms to stay straight. You're just going to go up onto your fingertips and back down. So we're going to do 10 of these. Go ahead and lay down on your back. So to do this, you got to put all the weight in your legs. So we're going to bridge up, do 10 rocking bridges with your fingertip push. So she's just going to go up on the top of her fingertips. So get your bridge rocking and push up on your fingertips. There you go. You see how she's keeping her fingertips on the ground? Make sure your arms stay straight. Remember, in order to do this, you got to shift and put all the weight in your legs. There you go. Then come on down. Grab your knees, rock back and forth, real tight. All right, then pike stretch again. Let's do a pike stretch. These are good if you get a little bit tired. You can rest that. So let's do the candlestick again. This will give you a little bit of rest time too between your bridges. Up. Good. Now we're going to roll forward and stand up. We're going to go to a bouncing bridge, a front bridge. This is to work on keeping your legs straight. So bounce, keep those legs straight, bounce. Try to bounce higher. You can bounce as big as you want on these as long as you keep those legs straight. Don't let those shoulders go forward. This is definitely a place where you can collapse if your shoulders go forward. Keep pushing those shoulders back. Good. Now let's lay down on your back. And we're going to do our jumping bridges again, but this time we're going to emphasize that your legs are straight in the air. So you want to bend your legs and do one jump per squat. So you want to bend your legs, one jump. Try to get those legs as straight as you can in the air. There you go. There you go. Then try to squeeze them together, close together, jump. Yeah, the more your feet are together, the harder it is to stabilize your bridge. You may have to have your feet wide just to be able to hold your bridge up. All right. And now we're going to grab our knees, rock back and forth. All right, now we got some challenge exercises for you here on these. So with this one, let's start in the candlestick again. Get that body up nice and straight. We're gonna turn and change the scenery here. Toes up. All right. Now we're gonna roll forward and stand up. So we're gonna do the bridge leg. Remember the leg lift and hold. We're gonna add our arm push bridge to that. So what we're gonna do is bend over, go and get in your front bridge, lift one leg up high. Good. Then you're just gonna bend your arms and push back, and then go right back to your hands. Get hands a little bit closer to your feet. There you go. Yeah, she needs to get her hands a little bit closer. If you start with your hands a little bit too far away, just move them in closer so you can just push just like that. Good. So we want to hold that leg up. We're going to do the other leg. If you're strong in this position, you can do 10. Yeah, make sure you keep your head down. Hands closer to your feet. Push. So as you do this, it'll kind of tell you where your hands need to go. Push. Good. Make sure your hips are staying straight. She's having a little bit of balance problem because her hips are twisted. So this will help you balance all that out, figure that out. So let's do 3 more on this side. Hips straight, push, good push, good push. There you go. All right, now what we're going to give you a challenge is the arm push in the back bridge where we push. We're going to actually push and so our hands come off the floor. So, but you got to be careful on this one, especially if you don't have much padding, that you don't want to hands come off the floor, pull your arms away, and then land right on your head. So keep your eyes looking at the floor, keep reaching for the floor. Your anticipation is that you're putting your hands right back on the floor. So keep looking at the floor. Start very small at first, and then build it up a little bit at a time. But no matter how high you go, keep looking at the floor and keep reaching for the floor. So let's lay down on your back. We're going to get your back bridge. We're going to get the bridge rocking, and then we're going to start pushing with the fingertips. The arms should stay straight on this also. So rock, start pushing. There you go. Good. Hands off the floor. Push. Yeah, start small. Keep those, see how she's looking right at the floor and reaching for the floor. So we're going to keep that going just like that. All right, then 2 more. Again, if you're having trouble with these, maybe 5 or 6. If you're good at these, let's do 10. So, all right, grabbing these rock back and forth. And the one thing we're going to finish up with is our kick and jump and switch in our front bridge. So we've already been doing our kick and jumps in our back bridge. You can still work on those. But with this, I don't want you to be sloppy. I want you to do 2 splits now. So we're going to do kick and jump and switch. Now you're on the other leg. Now kick and jump and switch. Good. Bring that toe down, touch it to the floor. Now you can do a big kick. Kick and jump and switch legs. Good. Keep going, touch your toe, kick and jump and switch. Good. So now we've got 2 splits to do. You got your first split and your other split. I want you to do both splits as big as you can. So big split here, big split when you switch. Whoop, forgot to switch. Kick and jump, switch. There we go. Kick and jump and switch. Touch your toe to the ground. Yeah, make sure you touch your toe to the ground so you get a big kick. Now kick and jump and switch. Good. Now hold that leg up high when you step down. Touch your toe to the ground. Kick and jump and switch. Look, your hips got twisted a little bit. That's where she lost her balance. So if you're losing your balance, your hips are probably twisting on you. Get crooked. So that's a good challenge for you to do and works it all up. So now we're going to do some combinations of skills. We only got 2 more skills to hang in there. We're going to do a hollow body lunge. A hollow body is when you're rounding your back like this. And a lunge step is when you have one foot in front of the other with the front leg bent. So let's start in our hollow body lunge. So put 1 foot forward, bend that leg, and round your back. This is where we're going to start and finish. What she's going to do is put her hands down, do kick and jump, and then she's going to push back and come right back to the hollow body lunge. Good. Let's do 5 of these. Kick and jump, and push back. Good. Then just kick your leg up. She almost kicked her leg over, almost went over. Let's do 3 more. That was 2, so bend your leg. So kick and jump, up, now push back. Boom. Good. Kick and jump, and then push hard for those arms. Push. 1 more. Whoop. Gotta push hard, push hard, push hard. Good. Now switch legs to the other leg. Same thing here. Make sure your hips are straight. If your hips are crooked, your kick's going to be going all over the place. You're going to be losing your balance. So step, bend this leg. Get back round, hollow, nice round back right here. Kick and jump. Push right back to your lunge. Good. Kick and jump. Hips straight. Kick. There we go. Kick and jump. Push back. Right. You might have to adjust yourself if you lose your balance. So kick and jump. Yeah, kicking that back leg. You need a good kick to get this started. Good kick, good kick. There's our good one. Good. All right. Okay, what we can do with that is add the switch legs to that. So we're going to do 10 total of the switch legs. So step, bend that leg. We're going to kick and jump. Now switch legs. Add the switch legs. Push back. Good. Now kick and jump. Push back. Good. Now get straight. If it starts going crooked, just reset yourself. Let's do it again. Bend that leg. Go kick and jump. Switch. Push back. Good. Kick and jump, switch, and push back. Ah. So be careful when you're doing those. It's real easy if you put your hands a little bit too low, you may kick too big. So let's finish up with two more of these. So lunge step. So kick and jump and switch. Kick and jump and switch. Good, that's both sides. That's one. Let's do it again. So we're going to do two on each side. Kick and jump, push back. Oh, she's getting better. Look at her. Kick and jump and switch. Good. And that's an excellent one to really balance out keeping your hips straight so your kick goes straight, so your tumbling goes straight. Now the last one we're going to do is I'm challenging you with a power lunge. There's all different ways to do a lunge, but a power lunge is what we want to do every time we do a skill. Power lunge is going to give you more power to work with. That's what we're trying to do in our tumbling, is develop our power so we can do better skills, do our skills we have better, and to work and progress through harder skills. The challenge on this is to keep your body perfectly straight when you do this. So let's step on up here, and we're going to start with your body perfectly straight, just like this. Now to do this step, we got to measure the step because we don't want the step too big, we don't want it too small. So we lift the leg up. There you go. So this measures where the step goes. Her foot's right here, so that's where the step should go. Shouldn't go here. Shouldn't go out there. Should go right there. So she's going to let her body stay straight and just fall forward right to her lunge, bend her leg. Oh, it's too close. We got to do it again. So keep that body straight. So step and bend this leg right here. Leg up, step, bend that leg. Good. Push back, stand back up, hold that leg up. Good. Step, bend that leg. Good. Step back up. Good. So you want to hold those arms up when you're doing this. Keep those arms up. Let's do the other leg. Give that one a rest. Lift your leg up. Lunge step. And stand back up. One step. Yeah, we want to start and finish with that leg up, just like that. All right, that was two on each side. So what you want to be able to do is build up until you can do 5 on each side. So, all right, we're going to stop there for today. This is something you can work on every single day at home to develop your tumbling, to make it better, to perfect all these positions, because we've done everything that's in your front walkovers, your back walkovers, your front handsprings, your back handsprings, your cartwheels, your handstands, even backward rolls and forward rolls and front flips and back flips. It's all in there. These are all the basic elements